Alrighty. This is the beloved, most trustworthy, I think, side-by-side or machine that you can buy. Well, for this case, back in 2017, but in 2023, I think this mule is probably the best utility working, overall rated side-by-side. This thing, I mean, it works, man. Like, this bed says right here, cargo bed capacity. It's kind of scratched up a little bit, but 1,100 pounds, and that's 1,100 pounds in total. So if you have 400 in the front, that's it's only 500 pounds you can have in the back. That is wrong. That is 700 pounds you can have in the back of this thing. We are in Mexico today for today's video, on private property, by parent supervision. All right, so let's talk Kawasaki mule. Comes with a 401cc air-cooled, which means there's no radiators, there's none of that stuff will break. Unless you're really putting 800 pounds of wood in the back and you're carrying two people and you got your frunk filled with supplies. Unless you're doing that of extreme duty, then this thing may overheat. The oil dipstick has only popped out a couple times on us while using this thing. And usually that was when we had about 800 pounds of wood in the back, two people, and we were driving it probably in high range, which you should not do because that can damage your belt. So let's talk transmission. It's a belt transmission, right? So you have reverse, right? You know, throw it in reverse, it goes. Then you have your high, and this thing may need to run, but then you got high mode. So that can go up to 25 miles per hour. Most of what not much weight in it won't hurt the belt. Then you got low mode. Now, what is low mode good for? Well, say you got 500 pounds in the bed of squirrel feed. You know, you have 500 pounds of corn for your pigs. We'll say that. And you're going to go out and feed your pigs, but maybe they're a mile away and you need to drive a mile for some reason. I don't know why it would be like that, but, you know, well, it would maybe be in your best interest just to pop it in low so you do not damage your belt and have to replace it all the time. Now, also, this one is optioned out with the four-wheel drive, so you pull up on this. You kind of have to use your thumb, too. You can't, it's just like it's like that. Pops up, also has a differential lock. You do the same thing. You can lock it, unlock it, and when you put it in four-wheel drive, so say you put it in four-wheel drive, right? You're supposed to put it in reverse, back up 5-10 feet, and then you can go. That clicks it in. Same thing for the differential, too. Now this one has, I'm pretty sure this came with the factory windshield on it that unscrews and flips up, and I'll show you here to reveal the front trunk on this thing. And I'm probably twisting it the wrong way. Yes, of course I am. I'm actually not sure. You almost need to, like, oof. Yeah, man, can't flip that open, but the front trunk, the frunk, whatever you want to call it. I mean, you can see this thing. You can see down in there, which you can't, because this isn't cooperating. Come on. So close. I don't know which way to go with it, but the front trunk has a lot of space. It's a big amount of space. And you used to have your classical key. We have some crap hanging off of it, but you used to have your your key there. Nice little glove box storage. You can store gloves. Here's a couple bungee straps for whatever reason, a zip tie, and the owner's manual. You flip this up. Air box, batteries over there, fuel tank, fuel filters. Here's your oil dipstick down in here, followed by the spark plug. Do recommend you take the oil dipstick out. Be very careful. Take the oil dipstick out and then take the spark plug out. There's this latch right here, and there's corn and there's pig feed in the back of this, so I don't want to tip it too much, but there's your 401cc air-cooled Kawasaki engine. So, like I said, this thing gets the job done, does it cheap. Never had anything major go wrong with this thing. Like I said, this thing has 501 hours on it. So, I just old cardboard, cut a top for it. You can get a bikini top or a plastic top like that Honda Pioneer over there. I don't know, I figure cardboard's good enough. So, then of course they have a perfect American flag holder. Look how beautiful that is. God, it's just so beautiful. And I just stuck it right in there. Hasn't came out or nothing. So, now they say supposedly this is supposed to be an air intake thing. I don't think it is. I think they're just lying. But hold on, wait. We could see here. What is this tube? Yes. Okay. So it does suck air up there, but it also sucks air right here too. It would be awesome if they could make all the air suck out of there, but they can't. So but that is pretty cool. So I wouldn't recommend blocking these because your engine could overheat, but that is very, very cool. Very, very cool that if you plug those and open that up more, you probably could about fully submerge this whole thing. The four-wheel drive Kawasaki Mule SX thing is a workhorse. Never stops working. And some aftermarket stuff. This 3,500-pound Articat worn winch. I bought these off of Amazon for $25. A little floatable little mirrors that strap onto a bar. You can adjust them however you want. That looks about good right there, probably. And just they're nice, easy, foldable. Good for just looking at stuff behind you, because it doesn't have a rear view mirror. So that's... I'll adjust this one real quick. I'll probably drive this through the woods anyways. So, but... Just talk space, man. I got two cup holders, and this is just a water bottle that's sitting here. You can fit your big Yeti cups too. I'm about 6 foot. You gotta be careful with the steering wheel here because my knee does kind of hit it a little bit. But I would say it's relatively comfortable up until about probably a 6'5" person. Maybe if you really spread your knees out wide and you drive this thing. But I'd say 6 foot's comfortable. So if you're a little bigger than 6 foot, I would not recommend getting the Kawasaki Mule. You could if you wanted to, but you don't necessarily have to. Let's look here. Oil pressure, parking brake. Pull up, parking brake's over here. So pull up on it, lights up. Push down. Light goes away, parking brake's not on. You have your gas and your hours for maintenance. Start this thing up real quick. Here's your choke. So on the newer models, they probably don't have that. So I like to just choke. Hold on here. I like to just choke for about 10-15 seconds. And I usually like to let it idle just like this for 30 seconds and then man, you can just send this thing on its way, and it just works, man. It just works. For something like this is fuel injected, so you gotta flip the key, let the glow plugs go. It's just, and then you gotta sit here, let the thing warm up for 2 minutes, or the transmission starts slipping and stuff. So it's really gotta be warmed up. So, for this being as small as it is, I think this is better than a four-wheeler. Even though it's not as fast and still not as movable, I do think this is still better than a four-wheeler. Because this thing, I mean, you're talking 7-8 grand brand new versus what, 9? Spend the extra $1,000. Get the Kawasaki Mule. You can seat 2 people comfortably. You can load the thing up in the back. You got a bunch of storage, a bunch of room. So that's my review, the $500 quick little review on the Kawasaki Mule. This is just the review over it. There will be a $500 test coming. Load the thing up, just off-road it, just put it to its limits. I've put like 3 other videos. 2 of those gotten taken down. I think one's still up, putting this thing to the test. The thing's great. You can hear it. It's purring like a kitten. I mean, yeah, it's just running great. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Wade Farms YouTube video. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, hit the bell, post notifications. We will catch you guys next time on Wade Farms.